Hi, my name is Krista Oskopinski. I'm a competitive grinder. I play a lot of Legacy and Modern. Currently qualified and will be playing Pro Tour Final Fantasy coming. So I think that there's quite a few things that I would change. Maybe my opinions are a little bit unorthodox, but I like to be a little more heavy-handed, I think, with the bans. What I think that they should change, I think especially with the new Saga ruling, I personally do think Saga should probably bite the dust. I think it's just a little bit too hard to interact with in decks that don't have access to like Wasteland, and Blood Moon is pretty unplayable at this point. Yeah, I think that a Saga ban should be on the table. I also think that probably an Entomb ban for Reanimator. I think that that deck has had its time to shine. They repeatedly keep missing the mark on these bans, so I am pretty okay with that deck kind of not existing in its current form anymore. I think the play pattern is pretty unfun with Days, Wasteland backup. I think we should just move on. We need to kind of pull it out by the roots and continue onward. And then the third big thing I think that they should do is definitely ban like the Undercity Enforcer Oops All Spells combo. I think that that deck is incredibly unfun to play against. It has so much backup too. Like the shell that it has is just really hard to interact with. Even if you do have the counter spells, they always have something to back it up, it seems like. So I would be really okay with that also going. I think it'd be good for the health of the format too. I think that these strategies in particular have made it really hard for just old school kind of like control decks to kind of exist. They've been pretty absent from the format for a while. Yeah, I think it would be just in the best interest of the format's health to have something like old school control. That's personally what I really like to do, so maybe I'm a little biased there. But yeah, having some old school control would be great for the format health, keeping maybe more combo decks in check. But I think just the bombs right now are a little too powerful. I would also really like to see them say that we are no longer going to let EDH cards into the format and just stop from here on out. But that one is pretty unlikely. I personally think that they are probably looking at maybe like the Undercity Enforcer combo, probably from Oops All Spells. I think that's probably on the table. I think that deck just existing isn't fun for anybody. I don't think that they're going to ban anything else. I think they might have it in their head that Entomb is kind of like a pillar of the format. So yeah, I think they're probably just going to leave Entomb and Saga alone for the time being, and then maybe in another 6 months we'll have another chat.